desire. It takes your mind again. Exile. It takes your mind again. You got suckers luck. Have you given up? Does it feel like a track of trouble?
August 19th, 1668. My name is Piero Joplin. I've been working on this project for 83 days now, and still no luck. I would have thought that after the end of the rat plague, my mind would be clear enough to continue, but I still find myself completely lost at my door to nowhere. As odd as it sounds, the only progress I've been able to make is through my dreams. They continue to haunt me, and yet I feel as if my mind is the clearest when my subconscious is in control. I find myself stranded in the void, the only companion being the strange man who calls himself the Outsider. It almost feels as if through his guidance, I'm able to continue my projects. Regardless, my door to nowhere would allow me to travel thousands of miles with just a single step. The possibilities through this project are incredible, but the technological issues of connecting 2 points in space have left me dumbfounded, and yet, I know that with the newfound peace of Dunwall, my success is all but certain. If we are successful, there is no telling what is possible for us. Just merely worry about the hazards ahead. If I can pull the specified points together, I could maybe. I could connect them together. Allowing one. Through. But I just need to find the right materials to complete the process. It appears as if the reaction bases itself off a mineral source. I plan to use a white lead paint as a reaction surface.
Look up.
The lead paint worked to spawn a reaction, though it is brief. Perhaps after further testing, I can find a better surface material to work with.
Run by me what this is exactly.
I swear you don't pay attention, Christopher. This is a quantum portable tunneling device, allowing one to travel many distances with just a single step.
You want me to?
Test the thing out. Pay attention. This is critical. Now, when applied to the lead painted surfaces in front of you, the portals will only remain open for about 30 seconds, give or take. I need you to be away from the portals when they close, so keep a tally on your time, and I will as well. Got that?
And about that cake you promised for doing this.
Yeah. Kind of lied about that. I already set up the first portal in the adjacent room. Your time won't start until the connection is made. I need you to focus on getting yourself to the second portal, coming back, and going through one more time to ensure the stability of the portals. Alright, ready?
I suppose.
Alright, shoot the white wall.
Did you see that?
Yes, you don't have much time. Hurry up, come on.
So does this mean that I'm in the room you're in or the other room? How exactly would you decide?
August 27th, 1668. After the apparent success of my quantum tunneling device in my Door to Nowhere project, I found myself questioning my own motives as a man of science and as a man of reason and morals. The blood of young Christopher is on my hands, and my blind testing of this device caused his untimely demise. I foresee too many risks with this project, and while the possibilities are many, the risk outweighed in my eyes. And thus I must end my project here, and perhaps begin new projects with a clearer mind. I must hurry though. It's impossible for me to tell how quickly questions will be asked regarding Christopher. This prototype will be left here in a non-operational state, though I may find a way to fix the safety issues at my new location. With that, I bid Dunwall farewell, and I hope that I may be so fortunate enough as to return one day.
It looks like we finally found it. Is it functional?
It doesn't look like it, Mr. Johnson. The main power's been severed and many other components look damaged.
All right. His files have to be here somewhere. There has to be some type of documentation, something.
I think I found what we're looking for. But we should probably address the issues with the design first. The notes don't exactly say the device is safe.
We'll address the issues. The whole purpose of this endeavor is to reverse engineer the device while expanding upon Mr. Joplin's original design. Part of that means making it safe. We'll need to do some testing.
Sounds good, sir.
All right. Looks like we're done here, Mr. Johnson.
We've got a lot of work to do. Let's go.
It takes your mind again.
Is this thing on? Yeah, okay. Greetings, astronaut, war hero, or Olympian. My name's Cave Johnson, and boy, do I have something to show you. You're here because you're the best the world has to offer. I don't say that lightly, mind you, so take that as one of the biggest compliments you'll ever get in your life, even if you don't know who I am. In the beginning, I started a shower curtain company, making asbestos-laden shower curtains for the military, but I kept dreaming bigger and better. And you know what? That dreaming became doing. Lots of doing. Which brought you here. You're riding into the little Michigan town of... wait. Where are we again? Okay, so... This town doesn't have a name yet, as we're the ones who built it, but that doesn't matter. Point is, you're riding there, and you'll soon be at Aperture Science Innovators. We're still getting some of this stuff together, but there's a lot of science we can do in the meantime. You've been selected from a large group of candidates for a special test in our temporary testing areas. When the train arrives at the station, head into the town and into the Aperture building. Don't worry, you'll know where it is. You'll get some more pre-recorded messages once you're there. Now, get ready to do some science. For now, though, we're gonna put on some nice music for you. Enjoy the ride. All right, you're now arriving at Aperture Central Station. Wait. Chris, Carol here. How do you spell station? Okay, think about that for a second. Okay. Does station have an extra O before the I? All right, listen to me. Pack your things. Because you're fired! Get out of my office. Out. Get out. Out of my office. Oh, I can't re-record this. Now, as I said before, there's a lot we're still working on. Just watch your step on the way out, and as a reminder, Aperture Science Innovators is not responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to cosmic ray spallation. Don't worry, though. We haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. Sorry. Make that 3 minutes. Here at Aperture Science Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community, entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either. Last thing we need is to touch up a dent in the wall because someone was too hands-on. told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than any test subjects on record. That's not good. Anyway, just head through the door on the right to the elevator. You'll know where to go. So, at first, I wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down through the old salt mines down here. Give the test subjects a great view of the place. But no! The zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs. Seriously though, the stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator. Here at Aperture, we're always trying to push the boundaries of science that little bit more. That's why we're taking on this new project. When the bean counters told me not to buy a salt mine to do all this science, the first thing they said was, "No, there's too much space. You can't suspend something over nothing and pray that a test can happen in thin air." Well, thanks to some use of the old calculator between the ears and a generous helping of the "you're fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't anchor something in thin air, why bother trying to make it in the air in the first place? I came up with this. Introducing the Aperture Science Innovators Suspended Testing Sphere. Each sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem like they float in the air, but in fact, they don't. Plus, we can keep building above them, onward and upward. This salt mine here can take at least 10 of these bad boys per shaft. 9 shafts, 90 tests. We can test whatever we want to and beat that other company into the ground. Black Mesa. Those guys can kiss my... Anyway, the bean counters cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they wet their pants when I threw them out the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please. Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months, so you'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Volt. When you get to the offices, I'll tell you a bit more. This test should be real easy for you, though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly. Don't worry, though. Our science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes. An hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry. We've got everything under control. You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here? You are. So, as I said on the last pre-recorded message, you'll be heading into an Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vault for a quick, deep sleep. And then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night. You're most likely a walking zombie. That'll give us the best results. But just remember, don't stay too long. This isn't a bed and breakfast. And if you decide to stay tonight, I'm charging you rent for the next year. We'll have a bed ready for you. Just follow the testing area signs and go to bed. Don't mind the turrets. They're firing blanks. At least that's what Crazy Harry told me. Had 6 science boys disappear because of him. Those tourists won't kill you. The safety on their guns is on. Had some lab boys shut them down. Crazy area lights me. If you're hearing this message, you're at the sleeping chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Then you're good to go. Step into the chamber and get into the bed. Our lab boys will take care of the rest.
Give the man some room. Last thing he needs is one of you eggheads on him after the nap that he's had. Cave Johnson. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Joplin. We've learned a lot about you over the last few years. You, my friend, are at none other than Aperture Science, best applied science company on Earth. This is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Joplin.
Pretty as a postcard, too. Now, Piero, are you able to stand? So a couple of years ago, I assigned a few of my scientists the task of looking into new and exciting ideas that we could research further. Coincidentally, it's when we found you here. You know, of all your projects, I was instantly drawn to your door to nowhere. Let me tell you, it was a pain to locate, but we finally found your,
Portable quantum tunneling device.
Ah, yes, that's it. What was left of it, at
Mr.
least.
Johnson,
Please call me Cave.
Cave. I stopped that project for a reason. If you really found my research, then you know.
Piero, we know what happened to Christopher. Terrible tragedy. But I'm an advocate for safe science. That kind of thing won't happen again. Too messy. Now, Piero, I'm not going to make you work on the portal initiative. I can't turn back time just yet. But if you prefer to leave, then so be it.
Rogers, how long can the new serum sustain a reaction?
I'm estimating anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. Really, until we have a better reaction surface.
But we would still need a better conversion system. Maybe a new gel.
Nothing to report today, Carolyn.
Oh, sir, there's some more paperwork for you regarding the missing persons reports.
The what?
It's miscommunication. It's the same fodder that Black Mesa's been spewing for the last 10 years.
Well, we still have the Borealis. The large-scale portal technology is guaranteed to revitalize Aperture. But for the best results, I really need the direct access to the test subject.
Piero, we've been over this numerous times. I have staff handling them.
I really think I can...
That's enough! I've had enough to deal with than to have to hear this from you again! Look into a new gel. I want it by next week.
Remember, Mr. Joplin, look up.
Why are we closing another vault? What's going on? Piero! What are you doing? There you go. Come on. It's all right.
Well done, everyone. We wanted the best, and I'm happy to say that you're it.
What about that guy?
Carolyn, take the test subjects up to the exit. Get them their $60. They've earned it. You two, give Mr. Joplin and I a moment. I'm doing what I have to do in the name of science. I thought you, of all people, would understand that.
Who are you to place science in front of innocent lives?
Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Realize that nothing gets done with your tail between your legs. And I still expect that gel by next week.
The moon.
What?
Make that into a gel.
You two, escort Mr. Joplin back to his lab. He needs to be under 24/7 surveillance while I work on this theory of his.
Are you done for the day, Mr. Joplin?
Yeah. Actually, there's one other thing I need to let Mr. Johnson know.
One moment, Mr. Joplin. Let me pull up the board here.
Move. I know how to use this thing. Who did you send this to?
Mr. Johnson.
And who else? You're leaking important information. I don't know exactly what you... No. I get it. You're not Aperture. You're Blacklist.
Report received for today. Escort Mr. Joplin to his quarters and let him know we have a new batch of tests coming up tomorrow. Since his progress has been on the decline, I'm sure he won't mind being our test subject. What are you doing? She's a beauty, Piero. But she's remained rather still lately. I've given you years. Are your morals still blinding you? Wake up! This is science at its greatest.
Your brand of science is not something I want to be a part of.
Even with moon rock poisoning, I still have my ways to stay on top. Guaranteed to continue the success of Aperture Science far into the fast-approaching distant past. I'm Unfortunately for you, Mr. Joplin, your time here is up. Don't shoot him. I have something else in mind for him. Just bring him. Bring him! Now!
Today's the day. It's all been leading to this moment, Doug. This is your only chance to put things right. You knew this day would come. The day GLaDOS would start testing. The girl is our last hope. Doug, I know you're scared. But destroying that monster is the only way the world has a chance to survive. If we don't confront GLaDOS today, then it's all been for nothing. We can't leave anything in the past. So check your left pocket. No one can repeat what happened here. You need to tell them what this place really is. If today's plan doesn't work, people need to know how we got into this mess. Remember, from the start.
The facility was big enough to hold millions of secrets. But we weren't the only ones looking to innovate. In the late 1980s, we began to lose our government contracts to our rival competitor, Black Mesa. This is when the downward spiral began. They had me working in the lower levels, analyzing test chamber results. The task was very ordinary, but one day, a few months in, I came across something that was a little more than ordinary. I looked across thousands of test subjects, but never had I seen anyone pass all 23 chambers. I had to look further. I knew I shouldn't, but what made her so special? To my surprise, most of her file had been redacted. Information about her background, even her name, was completely gone. But what remained was the key to survival. It's almost like she was designed for this. My obsession with Aperture truly began here, and I can safely say that, without a shadow of a doubt, this is where things started to go wrong. To keep up with competition, we rushed to revamp the portal device using a new sustainable conducting gel. Little did we know what consequences it would have. All this because there were rumors Black Mesa had started their own quantum tunneling project. Not long after the new portal design, the company was hit by a devastating loss. The new conducted gel we created was very stable, but in its natural form, very deadly. Cave Johnson's obsession had become his downfall. Overexposure to the substance had poisoned his whole body, and day by day, things began to look bleaker. But being the man he was, that didn't stop him from moving forward. Testing went on.
The point is, if we can store music on a compact disc, why can't we store a man's intelligence and personality on one? So I have the engineers figuring that out now. Brain mapping, artificial intelligence. We should have been working on it 30 years ago. I will say this, and I'm gonna say it on tape so everybody hears it 100 times a day. If I die before you people can pour me into a computer, I want Carolyn to run this place. Now she'll argue. She'll say she can't. She's modest like that, but you make her.
And that was it. Cave left behind a failing empire the likes the world had never seen. His assistant Carolyn soon disappeared, leaving the board of directors to find a suitable replacement. Someone who shared Cave Johnson's passion for innovation. And this is when we first met James Dyko. At times, it'd be like looking into a warped mirror. They were almost identical in every way except their view on test subjects. As soon as he was in power, Dyko decided to put 85% of the test subjects into extended relaxation to save the company money. His goal was to give the machines that ran the facility sentience in hopes of bringing out a flight or fight reaction. All it did was make testing harder.
Live turret line is active. Enter room with extreme caution.
Searching. Is anyone there? Hello? Would you come over here? Gotcha. There you are. Sorry. Why? I did everything you asked. I don't understand. I'm fine.
His next step was picking up where Cave left off on the subject of AI. There was a base program stored in the archives for years. No one truly knew where it came from, but it was a huge leap. We knew that if it was successful, it would have put Aperture back on the map as the leader of science. And in hindsight, there was a reason it was left to gather dust. But that didn't stop us. Construction soon began, and in a little over a year, we had our first working model ready to activate.
Hey, missed all the fun this morning. We had to hit the kill switch again.
You have a strange idea of fun?
God, listen, we're lucky to be working on this.
You have a strange idea of luck, too.
Now think about it, kid. Every generation gets a new frontier to tackle. Einstein got relativity, those NASA cowboys got the moon landing. All the easy stuff is taken. Take a look around you. We're on the edge here. Artificial consciousness is the new frontier. This could be it. For all of us. The scientific achievement that not only makes the world a better place, but puts us, you, me, the true minds behind the convoluted madness out there, into recognition.
But every time we turn it on, it tries to kill us.
So it's not without its problems. Everyone gets temperamental.
Everyone, you act like it's a...
She is more than just an it, Doug.
But those problems have deadly consequences.
This is a pre-recorded message.
Cave Johnson here. You lab boys quit your yapping and get back to work.
I'd rather have gone to the moon.
The base program was vastly complex, and we needed to get it under control fast. As funding was no longer an option, we looked toward the Aperture personality cores to help stabilize any adverse emotions felt by the machine. We used curiosity, intelligence, morality, anger, and even an idea dampener which soon had to be removed. We truly thought this would help. How wrong we were.
Ever since you attached that morality core, I've lost all passion for killing.
That's great to hear.
In fact, I was just thinking of doing an experiment for Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. I will have all the necessary materials, except for one thing.
What's that?
A little neurotoxin.
Well, as long as it's for science.
You know what's interesting? If you placed a cat in a sealed box, with a device that had a 50-50 chance of releasing a deadly poison, cat can be considered both alive and dead. Because nobody can see it and know for sure. I just thought you might find that interesting. Most cats do. You see, things have changed since the last time you left the building. What's going on out there will make you wish you were back in here. I have an infinite capacity for knowledge, and even I'm not sure what's going on outside. I do know this. Mr. Johnson was right. Black Mesa is up to no good. And nobody is coming to save you.
be ready to guide the girl. We both know this is the only way.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all Enrichment Center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from donde fallan. Muchas gracias. Turn back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science Weighted Storage Cube. You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable trace of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth. Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you... Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high-energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety. Good. Now use the Aperture Science unstationary scaffold to reach the chamber lock. Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience. Hello again. To reiterate, previous one. Momentum. Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not. Momentum, a function of mass and velocity, is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out. The Enrichment Center promises to always provide a safe testing environment. In dangerous testing environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it. And please stop destroying the cameras. Modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in Subject Hometown, here. Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck. Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
Put me down. Please put me down. There you go. Very hard. Shutting down.
done, Android. The Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance. The vital apparatus vent will deliver a weighted companion cube in 3, 2, 1. This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it. The symptoms most commonly produced by Enrichment Center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak. The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube cannot speak. In the event that the weighted companion cube does speak, the Enrichment Center urges you to disregard its advice. You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot accompany you for the rest of the test and, unfortunately, must be euthanized. Please escort your companion cube to the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator. You euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations. Welcome to the final test. When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any cake. Vital testing apparatus destroyed. Vital testing apparatus destroyed. Congratulations. The test is now over. All Aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory incandescence. Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye. What are you doing? Go back to the recovery annex for your case. Switching at this point is a perfectly reasonable response. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area.
2.0 software update complete. Facility-wide communication systems activated.
What are you doing? You haven't escaped, you know. You're not even going the right way. Hello? Is anyone there?
Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake. It was a fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come back.
Somebody cut the cake. I told them to wait for you. They cut it anyway. There is still something. If you hurry back. Hey. I don't blame you. This is your fault. It didn't have to be like this. I'm not kidding now. Turn back or I will kill you. I'm going to kill you. And all the cake is gone. You don't even care, do you? This is your last chance.
put me down. Who are you? Activated fire. No hard feelings. Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4... Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind, it's a mystery I'll solve later. By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking that thing? I wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that touching it will just make your life even worse, somehow. I did just get an upgrade. Maybe that thing didn't like it and it tried to run away. I don't want to tell you your business, but if it were me, I'd leave that thing alone. You're kidding me. Did you just stuff that Aperture Science thing we don't know what it does into an Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator? That has got to be the dumbest thing that— Whoa. Good news. I figured out what that thing you just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters. Huh. That core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket.
It's pain.
The neurotoxin. Oh, you came prepared. All right. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go. You think you're doing some damage?
2 + 2 is...
In base 4, I'm fine. I let you survive this long because I was curious about your behavior. Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. I'd love to know. I can't get the neurotoxin into your head any faster. I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going to be a party for you. A big party that all your friends were invited to. I invited your best friend and companion because you could. Neurotoxin. So deadly. Joking.
I'm kidding.
Neurotoxin. The deadly was in massive sarcasm. I could take a bath in this stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my arms. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
To me,
You, on the other hand, are going to find its deadliness a lot less funny. Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone? And believe me, you don't have a whole lot left to waste.
What's your point anyway? Survival. Well then, the last thing you want to do is hurt me. I have your brain scan. I'm currently backed up in case something terrible happens to me.
Are you hoping to get back to the surface? It isn't the same, you know. They've taken over. I don't know anything about them. All I know is that I'm the only thing standing between us and them. Well, I was.
Which way did I say was quickest? Straight on or left? Left. It was definitely left. Doug? What is it? What's wrong? Oh no. Hey, don't do this. Not now. We're too close to turn back. You've spent your whole life running, scared of what might happen. This could be your only chance to make an impact. Just go slowly and quietly. They're sleeping. Yes, I told you could do it. Don't look back. Just keep moving.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 15 days.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat plan for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me, and tore me to pieces, and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, haha, that chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look up there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run. There is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. While you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive.
Exile, it takes your mind again. Exile, it takes your mind again. Oh, you've missed so much. Have you given up? Does it feel like a trial? Does it trouble your mind the way you like marbles on glass. Vilified. Don't even try. Vilified. Don't even try. You got suckers love. Have you given up? Does it feel like a trial? Does it trouble your mind the way you trouble mine? Does it feel like a trial? Did you fall for the same empty answers again? Vilified. Don't even try. Vilified. Don't even try.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? I'm so sorry. There was a slight problem with the test.